Okay, just a real quick review. I don't know, I've done several things since the last recording, but I do want to remind you that once you get into your activity, if you want to see what the students see, just click preview. So we've already looked at this one. I'm telling them that it's page 178, number 19. They show their work, answer what the slope is, put the y-intercept right there. The next slide is a multiple choice slide. They'll have to do this on their own paper. We didn't give them a sketch place, although a sketch place might fit. So if you really want to see them solve this, we can add it to this screen. It'll definitely fit, but it will no longer grade it for you. Here's the next one. What is the slope of this one? Remember, I'm just reminding them that they have to put it in slope intercept form. Here, they're going to type their answer in. I gave them a text box, but if they, as they're typing in, they could answer oh no, this is a math box. The reason that I know that when you type in words in a math box, it comes up italicized, then you know this is a math box, not a text box. So what is the slope? So even if they did m equals, that's okay. But I mean, it's not a huge deal if they type it in, but we can change that to a text box if you would rather have them type in a text box. Because in a text box, you can also do an equation editor, but that is strictly up to you. And just so you know the difference, we're on slide 3 right here. Right there, it shows you that you have a math box. If you wanted to delete that, you click on those buttons right there and you delete that, and then you could add a text box instead. And then you click right here whether you want the kids' answers to show to everybody else. Do you want only for their answer to show up on something that you see, or you want it to show up on what everybody sees? And again, that could be another way for them to check their answer, but it's usually a way for them to copy. I don't do that often, unless it's something that I'm afraid that not very many people will know, and then I want them to kind of get an idea from each other. But I don't normally check that. So again, you don't like it, you delete it, and you can go back and put the math box. With the math box, after they enter their math, you can have them explain their answer and it'll give them a box at the end. I'll show you what that looks like. So you do 7, submit and explain, and then they just give them a text box to explain their thinking. So that's how that works. I don't know. I'm thinking probably maybe a text box since and not show each other their answer. But again, once you get this, you can change and do what you want to with it. It's not going to hurt my feelings one bit. We're previewing it. So what is the y-intercept of this? I gave them a hint. Remember, you have to change it to slope intercept form. I did give them a math box. And I didn't tell them here how to put their answer. They can put it in the form. I mean, they could say b equals, I don't even know what it is. What is the y-intercept? 2. They could answer their question like that. They could answer 0, comma 2. Whoops. There's no right or wrong since I didn't tell them. You have to change it to slope intercept form in order to answer the question about, oh, I need to change that. About y-intercept. Okay, so what is the y-intercept of that? Remember, you have to change this into slope, this equation, or you have to change this into slope intercept form in order to answer the question about y-intercept. So you could tell them right here, answer must be in the form of a point. Or you could say, you know, b equals, whoops, could say b equals, And I would make that be a text box B. So that tells them that they should answer a number, or you could, remind them. I don't care. You do whatever you want to do. I mean, this is totally something. I'm giving you the bare bones, and then you can go back and finish it. What I did next was I gave them this, and I gave you this because this should be easier to check. Um, you know, which of the following is a true statement, and then it tells them to select all that apply. So there's more than one correct answer. You have to have them checked right here. If you don't have them checked, then it won't grade it for you. And again, what we're probably going to need to do is once you are ready to see what this looks like on the teacher end, is let Vita and I be students in your classroom, and I'll show you how to set up your classrooms in just a second, or in another video I'll show you. Let Vita and I be students, and then we can go through it and do it so that you can see what you're going to see, and I can tell you about web paint, because web paint is something that you're going to want to do while you're on the teacher end. But anyway, so I'm just showing you right now what I've done, and you can rearrange these. I'm not finished either. Write an equation in slope-intercept form. I took that out of the Springboard book. That's number 20. And you can change this into, right now it's a math box, so it's going to look like this, where they just write the equation. I think that's a good way to do it, to just have them write it, because there's the slope, there's the y-intercept. And on the teacher end of it, it'll be really quick. They're all going to show up on one page, so you'll be able to see real quickly which ones are and which ones are not right. But if you want it to grade it, then you'll have to change it to a multiple choice question. Here, I'm going to go back and edit this. I'm going to make this one right here be like this one, where I'm going to give them a question, then they're going to be able to write on the screen. So I will fix that. I'm not going to go through those steps again. You can go back and watch my first video, because all I'm going to do is I'm going to type it out on my on a Word document right here, and then cut and paste and put it in the background of a sketch pad. That's what I'm going to do. So, and then there's this one. I've started this one. Here's what the preview of this one looks like. And this one came directly out of page 178, number 22. There's an A, B, C, D, and I think putting too many more questions on here is going to make it crowded. I can get one more on there. But since I can't get all 4 of them, I'm probably just going to, I'll show you how to do this. I'm just going to copy this. So, with this slide 8 highlighted, I'm going to go over here to my 3 dots, and I'm going to say duplicate screen. And now screen 9, slide 9, or screen 9 looks exactly like screen 8. So I'm obviously going to have to go back and change this. It's no longer going to be question A. It'll be question C, and I'll have to copy and paste that. I don't even know what it is, nor do I have it up. And this will be question D, but it'll keep you from having to retype that. It'll keep you from having to load that image. And this one, by the way, was all I did was insert media. So you just take any picture that you have. I don't know. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Take any picture that you have and drag and drop it, and then it becomes the background. And if you could add whatever, but this is what the kids would see. So that's what I did right here. Was I added media, and then I added a note page where I typed the question, and then I added a math box for them to be able to answer their question, and then I added another question. And notice that the 2 notepads, which is a place for me to type the question, I just had to rearrange it, and then maybe enter a text box. So question, answer, and then the preview would look like this. It doesn't have anything in. As soon as I put something in there, the other ones would pop up. So that's how I added that one. And then if you want to delete it, you just delete the screen. So I'm gonna finish these now and probably go ahead and send you this. And then the next thing that we'll need to do is you should go back and edit it and play with it and make it yours. And then I will do a video and show you where you can, how to set up your classroom. And then once you get your kids in, it's super easy. Once you get your kids in, then or no, before you get your kids in, you'll want Vita and you'll want to practice setting up your page and let me and Vita or whoever, if you don't want us to do it, then get somebody to play students so that you can see what it looks like to be on the teacher end and, get comfortable with it before you start having a bunch of kids on here. Because it's hard for me to show you on one that's already done. You really want to see what you can see as it's happening. But anyway, so I'm going to make a few final changes on this. If you find anything that you have a question on that I talked about and I didn't explain, then make a note and send me an email and I'll try to explain it.